That's all good. It don't matter. It don't matter. It's really whatever.
Yes, sir. Good win tonight.
Yeah. Can you believe that shit, man? Ugh.
Shea
Irritating.
Gilgis Alexander's just better than him.
We saw
Jesus
some
Christ.
nasty stuff on the TL, man. Some nasty stuff.
The haters are gonna stay at home today, man. The haters are running off Twitter
He
today,
shouldn't
man.
start an All-Star game. He shouldn't be starting. I don't care if it's San Francisco.
Bro. Um, so tonight, right? Here's some key stats for you. This is the biggest stat for me. 42 assists tonight and 53 makes. We um we out rebounded them and we had way more assists. That's pretty much what the game is. So tonight we won the possession battle. We had more assists. We out rebounded them, and we didn't have a gajillion turnovers.
You know, it's crazy too, Irk.
Yeah,
All that negates a 20 plus 20 free throw advantage.
isn't that crazy?
Right?
You know the wildest part is this man right here. Do you know what his true shooting percentage was tonight?
What's that?
It was 100%.
You know what's crazy? I've seen it be like 103, 105 before. I mean, but eight makes, that's crazy, man. Eight makes is kind of wild. Eight makes, no misses is kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's wow.
So um even before the game started, or even before the game warmed up, right? Like, I don't know, like the first 5 minutes or
I think
so.
more people need to tweet he's not an all star.
Yeah.
He'll keep going off because he sees the tweets.
Yeah, because don't you think that's kind of disrespectful though? He's not an all-star.
Warriors fans saying it too, bro.
Come
It's
on, man.
crazy.
I mean, yeah, you don't. Then the nigga playing at home, you gonna make it come off the fucking bench? Are you
He's
dead
gonna be an
ass?
all star, bro.
Like,
No way.
Why would it be disrespectful if Steph's not an all star? Nobody's voting for him. So why would
There's
he be
no
all
way
star?
they leave him off the all star team in SF.
You're
forget
crazy.
All Star team.
If
He
he
should
gets
be
left
fucking
off the all
started.
star game in SF, I'll take out Adams.
I know, but that has nothing to do with them. It has nothing to do with the coach. It has to do with the fans. He's supposed to be a starter.
I'll take
Okay?
that bald headed motherfucker out.
He's supposed to be a starter. We're supposed to get the fan.
We're gonna get him in.
Actually, Shea Gilgis Alexander is playing better than him. Luca is just better than him right now. Literally just the TL the last couple of
Rose, how many Henny shots deep are you?
Did you not hear? Did you? This is literally what they were saying on the TL Prime.
I know.
Like,
I'm fucking with you.
Hey, Prime, I can answer that question. I'm like 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Bro, but um for one, the all-star thing really irritated me today, bro. So I was in playback and we're just kind of rewatching the game, and then I can tell like when some shit happens, not by like no alerts or notification or anything like that, just by the number. You know what I'm saying? Like if something happens, you'll see the number just increase by like 100 or some shit. And I was just looking at the number and I was like, what just happened? So I look on the TL and I see the thing where Shams tweeted out the all-star votes and the numbers and all of that. So Shadow was saying it like probably like what, a week ago or maybe 2 weeks ago. He was like, yo, the numbers ain't pretty, you know what I'm saying? So he would come into playback and he would like drop the link and he'd be like, vote, make sure you vote. This is an embarrassment. I seen the returns on that shit, bro. I was like, are you fucking serious? You know what I'm saying? And then when we were talking about the returns and all of that, I was reading the TL and I saw actual Warrior fans saying he doesn't deserve to be in the All-Star game. I'm like, are you fucking serious? We're losing recipes, bro. Like, we're losing recipes. I don't fucking care how bad you think he's playing.
Bro, he was like a plus 35, I think.
Come on, dog. Like I don't give a shit. Like, How can you sit there and watch Steve Kerr have that man not close quarters, right? And say he's not playing well? What the fuck are we doing, bro? You know what I'm saying? So the other game, the Cavs game, I watched that man come out at minute 4, comes back into the second quarter, comes back out at minute 7, and then doesn't play the rest of the fucking quarter, right? All but a 38 seconds he's
What's
playing.
more
And
irritating, he was at the scorer's table, I think, with like
bro, he was at the scorer's table for
3
like
minutes
4
left.
fucking
It's like,
minutes.
call a fucking
No, no, no,
timeout.
no. Prime. It was 4 minutes.
Yeah,
He got up at minute 4, and he didn't touch the game. You know what I'm saying? Until
Yeah.
38 seconds left. So it's like when you see shit like that, and then we're not playing well. I'm like, bro, like you think he's not gonna make a difference? Let me tell y'all something, bro. Anytime he's in the game, there's a rotation. He makes the defense rotate better than anybody in the game. I don't care who you want to say. He makes the defense rotate. So you got to have him out there, even if he's not getting a shot off. You know what I'm saying? He naturally makes your defense rotate, whether he's moving off the ball or whether he has the ball, right? So that's why I always say get certain guys next to him and they'll cook, right? Like, but you need them guys to defend, right? So, you know, that's always going to be the formula as long as he's here. Get other people to guard him. I'm not trying to cover for nobody else, right? So, you know, we need the formula to be. So anybody we get in here, right? Sure, get somebody else. Needs to be a two-way player though, right?
Steph
We ain't
passed.
compromising that.
Steph passed Jordan too. That stat.
Which
In terms of the 30-point stat,
Yeah.
what?
yeah.
What is it? Most 30-point games by a guard after turning 35.
And he only did it in what, year 15?
Yeah.
And he had like 3. Wow, that's insane.
Steph's at 40 now. Jordan had 39.
That's insane.
That's special, man.
You,
That's really
I,
special. So,
hey, Irk, before
yeah.
you continue, I just want to say this real quick.
Uh-huh.
Shout out Kaminga plus 25 tonight, 25 and 5.
You know what's impressive about that, Lee?
What's that?
Look at the amount of assists from him and Kaminga combined. How many?
15.
They had 15 assists combined between the two of them?
Yes.
There's no way. No. I thought it was 9. They had 15 assists?
Yep. Steph.
Between the two of them?
Yep. Steph had 10 and Kaminga have.
No. I'm talking about Wiggins and Kaminga.
Oh, wait.
The wings.
Yeah, 9. Sorry.
Yeah. So the wings had 9 assists, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now let me say this. That's a number that I'm going to be looking at for the both of them, right? If I can see plus 7 assists from both of them on a nightly basis, that's going to be an indication of something good. So remember I said that because that's going to be another indication because I'm not going to sit here and tell y'all, yo, this is the most talented team. No. But I will say this. If they don't play like a team, if they don't play together, they don't fucking have a chance because they're not that type of team.
Exactly.
Right? So what I did notice tonight is that the ball was moving, the ball was popping, and that assist number is going to be huge, right? So the assists versus the turnovers and all of that, but the assist numbers is going to determine how good we are on offense this year, right?
Hey,
So
Irk,
the ball needs to move.
how many points do you think TJD had tonight? You probably know, but I just want to see something.
TJD, I think he had 3 points tonight.
Did it seem like
He only has 3 tonight.
Did it seem like he had
Only-
more to you?
I thought he had more points than
Yeah.
that.
When I looked at the stat, I was like, wait, what? Because he
Yeah.
was doing a lot of stuff in the interior tonight. I just liked his aggressiveness. Even if he's
Yeah.
missing layups or missing dunks, I just like the fact that he's not being soft and he's in there grabbing rebounds, he's mixing it in. And it's like when he does that, Kerr's not going to go small the entire time. You know what I'm saying? If you have Steph and Dennis back there, but you have Wiggins, Draymond, and TJD on the court, I think I'm cool with that. It works, from what I could tell.
And Lee, you know what they did tonight is so they had guys out, right? So they had guys that are in the rotation that didn't play tonight, right? So GP2 he didn't play tonight.
Mhm.
Pods he was out, he didn't play tonight. But instead of going deeper into the rotation, Steve played 9 guys.
Mhm.
So instead of going to 13, 12, he did the thing that most normal coaches do in the NBA. He played 9 dudes until garbage time, and obviously you guys talk about the ball movement. That thing was zipping around tonight. 42 assists. You don't expect to get 42 assists. You don't gauge your assists based on 40, and then I think like 12 turnovers. You're looking at like basically a 4-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. That's not something you gauge for. But the ball moving like that, because tonight we shot what? We shot 61% Irk, I think, from the field.
Yes.
Hmm.
Something ridiculous, like
Yep.
61%, 57% from three. You don't shoot like that every night. But the ball, the way that the ball moved and pinged around, and guys were setting screens and moving and catching and hitting the next guy and setting the next screen, that shit, I haven't seen the sets that sharp and that decisive since the Boston game,
Yeah,
honestly.
dude, it was like a
I
totally
think
different
Boston
team,
was
man.
the last time I've seen it that sharp
It was
this
like
year.
a totally
They
different
only had
team.
like 8. They really only had like 8 turnovers. I know it says 11, but those other 3 turnovers came in garbage time, so they really only had like 8, like main
So
game turnovers too.
so
42.
Irk makes a point, and I think it's a super important point. And he said, Irk, you said they have to play like this as a team because they're not like that kind of team. They're not a kind of team that 2, 3 dudes they can just sleepwalk into 30 and everybody else can kind of do whatever, and they have the ability or the play style to be able to just kind of get it through the mud just through
Yeah.
talent on both ends, and they don't have that. So every single night they need to come out 80%, 80, 85, 90% of what we saw tonight. The coaching staff needs to be locked in. This guy's out, that guy's out. We know what we're doing. We know what the rotations are going to be. They need it locked in. Coaching staff, players, everybody. If they don't come out with what we saw tonight, you cannot get away from 500. You will continue to be 500.
Yeah.
This
So
needs to be like from now all the way through April.
guys, when I look at this, right? Um, so in playback, people commonly ask the question like, well, what changed? What changed between the first 15 and then the subsequent games after that, right? And I'm gonna be honest with you. It sounds crazy, but tonight I have not seen them play like this in a long time. All season long, they have not played like
Long
this,
time.
right?
No, I think the Boston game. They led the entire game. They weren't down once in
So the
that game.
Boston
48
game,
minutes.
I remember, bro. I felt so great after that Boston game. Not because of how they were shooting the ball, but how well they were playing defense. You know what I'm saying? And
Especially in that first half.
in the first half, and the ball was just moving, and the ball was moving, right? So I think what happened after that subsequently is that there was a lot of like individual type of play that kind of took over. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden the offense changed, and then so hear me on this, right? And tell me if y'all agree or not. But I feel like the 12, 13 man rotation lent itself to more selfish play. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's an effect on the players of not having a rhythm.
Hmm.
So when you're out there and you're with this guy and you're playing with that
You're trying to
guy,
force shots up because it's like,
you're trying to get up looks. Like a lot of times you see these guys and you know they're out there, whether it be because they're not out there for long enough or they don't know who and what set they're going to be running, or they're just like, you know what, I have an opportunity, I'm probably going to play 12 minutes and I got to take advantage of that.
Yeah. And bro, I just found that, there was a lot of there's a lot of stagnation that happened. Next thing you know, you saw like different dudes just having the ball at the top of the damn key, right? And then the thing about our team is that we we don't have great isolation players. You know what I'm saying? The only great isolation player is Steph Curry. So, you know, I've always said this, and even in the KD years, right? Even when we got to that isolation one-on-one play, I mean, it's good in spots, right? Like it's good when you need a bucket and in a crunch, and there's a place for it, right? But you see when you're doing it like most of the first quarter, most of the second quarter, and then guys just start to stand around and that type of shit starts to happen, then those games become a massive grind, right? And unless somebody is going that night and absolutely frying, it doesn't lend itself to balance, right? And kind of what I saw earlier in the year, I saw like a lot of balance. And then all of a sudden, the shit stopped, right? So I don't think the long rotation exactly helped itself. We'll see what they're gonna do going forward, but you know, I do like that they cut the rotation down. I don't agree with some of the guys that they are playing, but I mean, it is what it is, bro. We'll kind of figure that out as the season goes on. You know what I'm saying? So, um, the the Dennis thing, Dennis looked way better tonight. Absolute, way night and day better. Not because he was making shots, but he was making crisper decisions, right? I
It
was
was
rewatching the game
off.
this morning, right? And I was just watching him, and it's almost like he was playing like he was back in Brooklyn, right? Like he would get the ball and then he would wait. He would just wait for the defense to set. You know what I'm saying? And on this team, you got to make decisions quick. His decisions weren't point five decisions, but he's not used to playing that way yet, right? So get the ball. Are you going to shoot? Are you going to dribble? Right? Where are you going to pass the ball to? Right? And I feel like he had more urgency in terms of doing that tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Erk, I think you're right, but there was also a big difference tonight compared to what we've seen him on the floor with Dennis. Dennis, one of the biggest issues with Dennis, and it's not even an issue with Dennis specifically himself, is that we have been hell bent on putting Dennis on the court anytime that he's not starting, outside of the starting lineup, when he's out there with Steph and Draymond and Wiggins and the big. Outside of that, any other time that Dennis is on the floor, he's on the floor with two guards. He's out there with one of two other guard
Yeah, which is
combinations.
not
So
great,
you've
right?
seen no, because you're in a situation a lot of times with him where when he's making a quick read, it's either late in the shot clock or it's when he didn't have the ball in his hands to initiate the action. So he's either taking a bad shot, and usually if he's taking a bad shot or he's making a late read, he's getting back on defense, and then you already have three guards on the
Hmm.
floor. Then we've given up shit in transition. So you want Dennis to be able to settle down and be able to run the second unit and be able to play make. Put him out there with the right dudes. So tonight, again, they don't go deeper into the rotation. They play nine guys. Two of the guys that were out were guards. We kind of rotated in Buddy and Moody together to kind of fill that two spot, and then Lindy played a little bit at the
Yeah.
three. But other than that, you basically had him out there with a front court at all times, Dennis, and you see how he looks. He looks a lot better when he's out there with a front court, like
Uh-huh.
a real front court. So again, like there is something in here that can work, but you have to do it night in and night out. You can't fuck around on a Thursday and the next thing you know, no, like let's just stop doing that.
I agree with that. Yeah, you can't fuck around. So I always said like we just got to give him time. We got to give him time because, again, it's easier to go to another team that runs a bunch of pick and rolls and all of that stuff. And like there's been a couple of times where I've watched Steph set a screen for him, right? And if Steph sets a screen for you, be prepared for him to flare out and you make that pass to him, right? Like I I was watching Steph flare out like a couple of times and he missed a pass. So there's some timing stuff in there, right? And tonight he had a lot more purpose in there tonight. There will be a time when Draymond is gonna have the ball, Steph's gonna have the ball, Dennis, whatever, right? And tonight as well, he played really, really good defense tonight. I thought he played with a lot of purpose tonight. Now,
Yeah, he was active.
now in terms of Steph tonight, Steph, what can you say about Steph, bro? 8 of 8? Are you fucking serious, bro? I've never seen him do that before. He's never done that before, right?
He,
Oh my
he's never
god, that's
done that.
crazy, bro.
The most makes he's had, I just saw the stat on TNT, is 6 for 6. He's done
Jesus,
that
8 for
twice.
8. Have you ever
Eight
seen
for
that
eight.
before?
Um, I think we've seen something close to that, but the thing is, the defense weren't prepared for that
Yeah.
particular dude. Uh, like Isaiah Joe, I think he did something close to that against us. But Steph, the type of defenses that he faces, and at this particular stage of his career, I mean, what more can you say about the man, dude? He's special.
Yeah, 8 for 8 is nuts, bro. It is. That's kind of wild. Wiggins, 15 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Kaminga, 20 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Let me say something about Kaminga's 5 assists. He was looking to play make tonight. He was looking to put pressure on the rim. He was looking to get into the paint. He was looking to make a read, right? I pray to God that he turns a corner playmaking wise, because if he turns a corner playmaking wise, right, that will be massive for his game. That'll be massive for his game. It and if the playmaking shit opens up, it won't matter if he has the midi. It won't matter if he has a 3 point shot, right? Because if he can constantly collapse the defense and he can make that read and he can know where that cutter is coming from, he can make that skip pass, right? Like, so I want to see him look to make a play when he's collapsing the defense. It's going to add an element to our offense that we just never had in a really long time, right? And
Or he was doing that tonight
yeah,
effectively, but he was also doing the thing where he was extremely quick to make the read off of the ball. So he was making, like, there was a couple times where, so I think early on in the first quarter he made a back cut where Wiggins also made that back cut, so they basically had like two at the rim. He ended up getting it before Wiggins and he put it in. Then they started kind of running those baseline actions, and the help side defense was coming a little bit quicker.
yeah.
So then they started rotating a little bit earlier. Next thing you know, he's going through the lane off of a screen and he's catching it. And right before he sees the defense collapse, he created like three wide open threes off of that action.
Hmm.
So he's not like if he's able to, because his handle like obviously needs to tighten up. You see him get downhill, he's making reads. But if he's doing the thing where he's doing that on top of with the ball in his
Yeah.
hands, I mean, you can't really say you can't use him within the flow of the offense anymore, can you?
Yeah, and
Like he's literally opening up space for everybody
I
else
don't care.
within the flow.
So I don't care about the like his stats or what his numbers are, whatever, right? If he's getting his numbers in the confines of the offense, then we're really cooking, right? Like,
Yes.
and I saw a lot more of that tonight, to be honest with you.
So speaking of which, though, Irk, the numbers, right? Let me just say this, right? So we've kind of seen him when they've started him and they've given him, we've all seen what it looks like, 25 minutes, 30 minutes
Hmm.
when he's starting, what he puts up. But I don't think we've ever seen him do this off of the bench. So like in the last five, right? He's basically doing 27, almost 9 rebounds, 8.5 rebounds, and 4 assists on 54% from the field.
Hmm.
But he's doing this from the bench. So I don't know if what do you think about that? Like, do you think we should just ride that as the six man,
Um,
or do you want to work back into the starting five?
Listen, I don't care if he starts or he comes off of the bench, but he cannot play under 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
Whatever you do, you cannot play him under 30 minutes. I'm sorry. Like, so if you want to start him, if you right, so if you want to preserve Draymond and you want to do that thing where you start TJD and right, but make sure that the man is playing 30 minutes. It's the minutes that matter. And I think
Yeah, even if you're gonna situationally close with him,
right,
at least have him out there for 30.
so
Yeah.
what I saw earlier in the season, right, which is probably what a part of the reason to help explain the slump. Steve Kerr, I don't think he was playing the best guys, right? I think he was more so trying to manage minutes and get people minutes more than doing the ideal thing, right? So That's what I didn't like about what Kerr was doing and all of this stuff. Why the hell did they carry out D'Lo like that? That's crazy. Yeah, but you understand what I'm saying, right? Like, I'm not looking to manage minutes or do this or do that. I just want the guys to just do the right thing, bro. Just do the right thing. Just do the right thing, and let's not do the goofy thing where we're managing minutes or we're really trying to get this guy minutes. Like, let's stop fuck around, man. Enough of that. Play a solid 9-man rotation. If you want to stretch it out to 10, I won't complain too much, but like, let's just do that, and let's just really try to get some continuity in there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Because
hey,
yeah,
Eric, I mentioned this one time. Vote for Steph, please. I'm looking at the Bucks that just lost tonight. They have the same record as us, and Giannis got the most votes in the East. Vote for Steph.
Wh- so somebody said to me earlier, Lee. They said I would much rather Steph average 30 and lose, and I was like, I heard that, and I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this person, they have good intentions. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's not about the numbers, and I feel like a lot of people these days that they're watching basketball and they're not sure what they're processing. Bro, there's people out there that are putting up stats and they're just massive negatives. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're on the court and you're not playing defense and you're not playmaking and you're not constant, right, and you're just out there and you're just putting up stats, what's the point of it? You have to be out there and you got to play with force. You have to play defense. You have to do all of these things, right? And when Steph is out there, whether he's missing shots or whether he's making shots, he always, and when I mean he always plays with force, right? So I want to make sure that that Steph thing is optimized all the fucking time, right? I don't care how old he is. I don't care how old y'all think he is, but he's still doing that thing because I rewatch all of these games and we rewatch these games together and he's still rotating the defense, right? And he always will. And that is what I'll always bank on, the fact that he's rotating the defense, right? Now, are people taking advantage of that? Not really, not lately. But you see when the ball moves and he's in a flow, it's more chances for the defense to move, right? So once he's out there and the defense is flowing and things are moving, right? Then people are going to panic and then there's more chaos. You know what I'm saying? So that's the secret sauce to hit. Not him having a ball at the top of the key all the goddamn time and then he's playing in a phone booth. You know what I'm saying? But you need to, if he's going to sacrifice, people need to keep the ball moving and make sure you find him. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I was saying like this Kaminga playmaking thing, he he needs to become him and Wiggs actually, right? And I seen the two of them being much willing playmakers, right? And if the two of them are making plays, it adds an element to this team that we never really had, right? So it's very important for the wings to play make because what's going to happen, you know, we get to the playoffs, those two guys are going to have to be on the court, right? Because you see the defensive impact that they have, right? And then you have the Draymond thing and whatnot, right? But there is a good team in here. I know people don't believe that, but that's fine. You don't have to believe, right? Um, and you wouldn't believe based on what you just saw. But anytime this team tries to do goofy shit, play goofy offense, it always results in something like this. You know what I'm saying? So, in 2021, the team looked just like this. But what were they doing? They were doing goofy shit, goofy offense, and they could not figure it out, right? And then they figured some stuff out, and the next thing you know, they went on a run, right? So it's not impossible for us to go on a run, right? They like I can just go through the schedule with you and just point out goofy shit that's happened, right? And let's just pray for good health and you just make sure nothing stupid happens this year because you know throughout the last month and a half, it's just dumb shit that's been happening. So enough with the dumb shit.
Yes, sir.
So I'm watching just the teams across the league, bro. Like no one is like I know some teams are winning some games and all of this stuff, but no one is really setting themselves apart. You know what I'm saying? Like look at Luca for instance, right? Look at Dallas. Dallas is very close to ending up and going to a skid. And then you look at the standings and it's super close, right? So if somebody goes on like a 4 game losing streak, 3 game losing streak, you know what I'm saying? Like they might be in a 10 slot, which is essentially what we just did. We had to lose a lot of games, bro, because we were in such a good spot. We had to lose a lot of games for us to be in the spot that we're. What we just did, you NBA teams typically don't do, but
Mm.
within that, we were kind of like
But
experimenting. Yeah, go ahead.
nobody in the NBA history has done
Yeah.
that. Where you start out 12-3 and then go 3-12.
That's fucking insane, bro. Like, I don't think I've ever seen that before. It's kind of
Yeah.
wild. So, I mean, it just depends on how you look at it, man. Like, which,
Well, Eric, no 12-3 team has ever gone 500, but you don't want to be a team that started 12-3 and you end the season 2 or 3 games
yeah.
over 500. You know what I'm saying?
What these,
Like, yeah, you might not be the first team to do it, but don't have 44 wins. So, Eric, like tonight, obviously a couple guys they don't play.
yeah.
We didn't go deep into the lineups. We played 9 guys. Some guys looks like they're falling out of the rotation. Bro, I mean, would you agree at least at this point? You seen what the logjam of guards looks like, and I think the logjam at the guard is what's creating these deep rotations more than
Hmm.
anything else. Because it's not like Kyle plays, right? It's not like you got all these front court players that we're going 12, 13 deep. So he's not playing anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, bro, like I think that we should move some of these guys.
I mean,
I mean, you got
I'm not,
number one, it cleans up the rotations, consolidate this
yeah.
roster, go 9 or 10 guys. Even if you move 17, 18 million in contracts, you can get a serviceable player in the postseason for 18 million, 17
Let me
million.
say this.
I think some of these guys should go.
I'm okay with that, but here's a caveat to that. It ain't gonna be no fucking one-way dude, bro. I'm sorry. Right?
Sure.
Like,
No, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. But to have these dudes and have and some of them are expiring
yeah.
at close to 10 million. Like, let's let's tighten up this roster, bro.
Yeah, I'm okay with that, but if y'all bring no one-way player to me, bro, or somebody, you know, um we had a mistake against the Lakers the other night. Kaminga and Wiggins and Dennis, right? And the reason why that happened is because of communication. Let me tell you this, bro. The way that our defense is set up, it's a really good defense. Um, but if you have breakdowns communication wise, we're going to be fucking cooked, bro. We're just going to be smoked, right? So we have to get on a string. We definitely have to get on a string. We always have to be on a string, and we cannot overhelp. Overhelping is death, right? And we have to be flexible on a string, dancing it on defense together, and playing in uniform. If we don't do that, we're not going to be very good, right? So that's kind of what we need to figure out just going forward. Mustafa, what's going on?
Wait, so who won?
What?
Like the Celtics or oh my bad, the Sixers or the Warriors? Who won?
Oh, the Warriors won.
Gotcha.
They beat the dog shit out them.
Mustafa, what's going on?
What's going on, man? Like, I have some questions, bro. I know you guys are like the Warriors fan base and shit, but like, I'm like a Minnesota fan. I have questions about my team. My team has been
Yeah.
ass for like the past 4 games. I don't know what's going on with the defense and shit. It's been looking sloppy as hell. Like, I don't know what's happening. Anthony Edwards, he ain't been shooting the ball properly. He ain't been making his shots proper. He's been like on like 50 points every single game, 36 minutes all the time. And like, I don't know. And then the interview, he started crying today. That tear came out of his eyes. The interview because of how ass they are. So like, I don't know what to say.
Um, that team, that team last season, right? They
Yeah.
were so good defensively. Like there was a gap between them and the league. This season, I don't see that same type of gap, you know, but um I don't know if it's like teams kind of figuring out Rudy Gobert and how to attack him and all of that. But it shouldn't be a problem because y'all have some pretty good point of attack guys. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, it's
Yeah.
pretty simple,
yeah,
bro. I mean, I hate to, but you seen how you traded for Julius Randle? Your
I didn't
season,
want that. Yeah.
your season was over as soon as you traded for Julius Randle.
Bro's like the worst ball handler. He's like a fumbler. Like he literally sucks.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't see any path for you with Julius Randle in a serious situation in a playoff situation.
Then we have Dante like not even shooting the ball. Like he's not even 40%. He's like quite 30%. Like I don't know
Yeah.
what he's doing.
Dante, I'm not gonna worry about Dante because Dante, you know, shooting is streaky, right?
Yeah.
And I say this about and I tell like my fan bases all the time, bro. I'm like, yo, um, shots are gonna go in, shots are not gonna go in. But bro, you gotta play defense, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta play like a team and you have to move the ball, right? So like there ain't no player out there that is just gonna come in and just save us. You know what I'm saying? There's not a guy out there
Yeah.
that's just gonna come in and save us. Can right? So if you're not talking to me about a guy that is versatile and that can handle extra playmaking pressure, bro, it ain't gonna make a fucking difference. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
so the problem that I see with Minnesota is something similar.
I think it's like the coach, bro. The coach is like he's like fucking mentally ill or something. Like okay. So I'll tell you how what happened. Okay,
Yeah.
the third half happened. Okay, OKC went on a 42 run, and we only scored 6. Okay, Chris Finch did not call a timeout at all. He did not call a timeout once at all. No timeout at all. He just made us score 42. No timeout, and that will just fucked us honestly. Like it's so annoying.
So you sound like us actually. That's exactly how we
Yeah.
sound.
And then like we have like a rookie, like a
Yeah.
rookie on our team too. His name is Rob Dillingham. He could like take Mike Conley's spot because like he's super young. He's really good. He's
Mhm.
been scoring like
But he's a
a
rookie
lot
though.
of
That's the
points and
problem.
stuff. He's been doing good now. With like they were saying he's been injured and shit, but like he hasn't played the game at all
Yeah.
once. Hasn't touched the floor. He's really injured. I don't know what the fuck's happening. It's the same problem with you guys too.
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
thing.
Bro, like
The Celtics don't have that problem.
Yeah.
how'd you feel about the
Yeah, I'm
game
pretty
tonight?
lucky.
It was a good game today. I liked it. I like the Warriors. They did good. Steph went crazy.
Yeah. I don't
I
mind it,
mean,
man. So
Dennis Schroeder went crazy.
yeah,
That's
so
what really happened.
it right is what it is, man. I mean, you like their problem is defensively. Like they're not like no high powered offense. You know what I'm saying? And last season when I was watching the Timberwolves, I was watching them run like more sets and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like a lot of isolation. You know what I'm saying? They do a lot of isolation stuff, and to start the season off, Ant was taking a lot of threes. You know what I'm saying? And now like he's kind of come down to earth a little bit, which I knew he would. You know, but um, this is right around the right now we're in like the dog days of the season, right? And a lot of these guys that you saw shooting the snot out of the ball, they're gonna start to come down to earth a little bit. It's only a matter of time.
Except the Celtics.
Yeah,
I mean, all it takes. I'm almost here right now. If this happens right now, if Anthony Edwards gets traded to the Rockets, bro, I would go fucking. I'll do anything. Honestly, I'll be
yeah.
so happy. I would be so happy. Anthony Edwards on the Rockets with Alfred Sengun and like all the other young players would be crazy, bro.
Why do you want to
That's
see
like
Ant on the Warriors for, bro?
no, not the Warriors, the Rockets,
I mean
Rockets.
the Rockets. Why do you want to see him on the Rockets for?
I just see like that team with Ant, bro, would be like better than that team we have. That team he's on right
Aren't
now.
you a
Like the
Timberwolves
better.
fan? Why are you trying to trade away your guy, man?
No, I mean, I'm an Ant fan. I'm an Ant fan. I'm a Timberwolves fan too. Yeah, probably there.
They
Probably there.
Oh my god.
Oh man, that's some new age NBA shit, bro.
Oh shit.
Oh boy.
I'm
that's
just saying
you
that
think
that big three would go crazy. Honestly, I'm just saying that it would be crazy.
Oh shit. This is why we
Like,
have issues.
trust me, bro.
Will it feel
Bro,
better if it happens
you
in
hear
Charlotte?
Eric, you hear these kids, you think Ant been in the league for 15
Yeah,
years,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
whoa.
Nah, man. Ant got to sit there and figure this shit out, bro. Like he's a
He
guy, bro.
better.
That's gonna make him a better
Yeah,
player.
bro.
and
He was literally crying today. He was literally having tears out of his eyes during the interview today.
Bro, he needs
Like
to
Poor,
figure it
poor
what
out, man.
kid.
happened. That's what
You
happens.
need to figure
You
it
got to
out,
look
yeah,
at
bro.
some clips of Kobe back in the day.
Yeah.
That man, we used to cry on the bench all the time before he started winning. This is part of the process.
Yeah, bro.
yeah. Once
His
he like
growth
locks
better.
in, he'd be crazy. He'd be crazy as shit.
Let me tell you how the process works, bro. This is
Yeah.
how it works.
Okay.
You fail, and then you go back, you evaluate on why you failed, right? And when you find out the flaws in your game, you go back the whole summer and then you work on those flaws. You know what I'm saying? And then you come back the next season and you become a better player. You know what I'm saying? So with Ant, I think there's a playmaking gap with him, right? I think
Yeah.
for somebody that has the ball that much, you have to be a really, really good playmaker, right? Like you have to look to make plays and you have to make your guys better. And they're not the most offensively talented team, right? So he has to go back and he has to make his game more rounded to make his guys better. Why do you think the Warriors were so good for so long? They were so good for so long because Steph makes his guys better and he does it in a very unique way, right? Whether he has the ball or whether he doesn't have the ball, his guys are better because of him. You know what I'm saying? So Steph runs off of a screen, right? And two people follow him, right? And
It's like the same with like
yeah,
Jaden McDaniels, and like yeah, like it's the same thing. But even though he's ass, and like he still shoots the ball proper.
yeah.
It's the same thing.
But he needs to make
Same
guys
process.
better though. Like I'm talking about
Yeah.
from a playmaking standpoint. So you say like, bro, you can't run from the shit, bro. Like, don't be like LeBron,
Yeah.
dog. Like, don't be like LeBron and just run away.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they had to twist LeBron's arm into doing certain things. You know what I'm saying? So that that's kind of what this shit comes down to. You know?
I mean, they tripled him today. There's 3 guys on him today. 3 guys
Yeah.
on him the whole entire game. That's like crazy.
Yeah, but
Honestly.
That's when you need to know how to make a read,
that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying, bro.
Yeah.
find
So
the open man.
quick reads tonight. So the difference between us tonight and us like the last, I don't know how many of our games, is that we weren't making quick reads, bro. So you have to make quicker reads and you have to make sharper decisions. So you do that stuff, bro, you are going to be a better team. You know? You're gonna shoot the ball however you're gonna shoot it, but it's not just about shooting. There's other ways that you can get easier buckets, push it in transition, whatever, right? But you know, there's easier way to get buckets, and we just have to hope and pray like this team just becomes more connected because at first they were connected and then they weren't connected, you know, and
It's like off and on type of thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But you know, what's going to carry you there is, you know, you just keep good process and you play as a team and then you play good defense. That's pretty much all you can do, man. Like now, is it nice to have like a one or a two that you can just throw the ball to in like when you need a bucket and you're in a jam? Absolutely. But you know, like there also are some of those teams where have one, two, three guys and you watch those guys struggle, right? So, I mean, you really have to figure out how to play within the confines of your team concept and then, you know, kind of figure it out going forward. So that's the dilemma that they're in right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
What's
saying?
your thoughts on the Jimmy Butler shit?
Huh?
What's your thoughts on the Jimmy Butler shit going on? The Jimmy Butler?
So that's interesting. And that's interesting that you
Yeah.
said that.
Talk about that.
I haven't even watched the clip yet, but I
Yeah.
was reading like the quotes or whatever, and he's just trying to get his ass up out of town, man.
Yeah, he is.
Bro, like
Honestly.
I I saw a clip the other night.
I just posted it, Eric.
Can you get your joy back here? Probably not. Yeah, so he's just telling you that he just wants to leave, man. I mean,
It's been like green hair, orange hair, red hair, purple hair. Like what type of colors you just put up now? Blue?
so Green here. So where is he saying that he's going? So what team is Green?
Milwaukee Bucks, Celtics.
Okay.
Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks Christmas jersey. That type of green.
I guess, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, Irk, did you see what I put in the jumbotron?
In term, let me see here. Draymond Green said Steph Curry did everything in practice yesterday with his left hand after spraining his right thumb. versus Cleveland. Uh, makes his 3 point makes his 3 point shooting night even more insane. What?
Yeah, he was questionable tonight.
Yo,
Get that shit wrapped up.
so you know the wild part about Steph? Let me say this, right? Back in remember when he broke his hand, Lee?
Yeah.
Okay. The very first game that Wiggins played in Phoenix, right? That year. So this had to be January, February of 2020, right? Right before COVID hit. I went to a game and I was like kind of on the sidelines in Phoenix, right? And so Steph hadn't come back yet. He was still kind of recovering from the broken hand, right? And this dude is the most skilled basketball player I've ever seen, bro. And it's I don't think it's particularly close. And the reason I say that is because and the clip is somewhere on my account. I have to go back and and just look at the date and just pull the tweet back up. But this dude was making left-handed floaters from the elbow. Not his right hand, his left hand, right? And every time, so I seen him make like, I don't know, 11, 12 in a row, something like that, right? So every time he would make one with his left hand, he backed up. He backed up and he got all the way out to the 3 point line. And then he started to like miss one, make one, miss one, make one, right? Bro, he was making left handed floaters from the 3 point line, right? The 3 point line. I've never seen a more skilled individual before. So that tweet that you're talking about, when they're saying, "Oh, Draymond Green, right, said that he did everything left-handed," bro, he's a fucking alien, bro. I've never seen anything like that. You're offhand, and he's doing everything with it.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Hey, that's why he's so friggin' hard to guard. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, I'm telling you, I will always give that man a chance once he has good joints, bro. Once he has, I don't care, bro. Once he has good joints, I'm there for him because, bro, you know the skill level that takes is unfucking believable, bro.
It is absolutely. Dude, I ran out of superlatives to say about Steph, man. Like
Bro, the skill level
this,
is wild, bro. Like, and
yeah.
and see, I've just watched so much basketball with Steph that like half the TL. I'm gonna say a lot of people don't really watch. I
Mm.
really, really watch it, bro. Like I watch for every little detail, every nuance, everything. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm seeing in terms of why they're losing games, they're losing these games not because of him, right? But it's really like, sure, he could go off and he could be ultra aggressive and he could do the damn thing where he's like super selfish and he's doing all of that, right? He could do that. He can do that type of thing, get his stats and lose and do all of that stuff, right? But I think what they're trying to do is that they're trying to make the team balanced and they're trying to make the team balanced through him, right?
Hmm.
Playoff ball, get everyone involved, do that shit, right? But they're also trying to play this game where they're trying to keep him healthy as well, right? So they're trying to find a balance between keeping him healthy and not just riding him into the ground. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at like Luka Doncic, right? How long is Luka going to be out?
I don't know. How long is he gonna be?
10 days, 10, like technically like 10 days from
You
now.
sure?
If he misses 10 games, then he won't be eligible for the awards. But I think so. It might be like 10 more.
I don't think it's going to make a difference because like I think it's like a grade 2 calf strain, grade 3, and that's usually like 4 to 6 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I heard that his calf strain is as bad as that KD calf strain before KD actually tore his Achilles.
No,
Lee, that's what I was
no,
hearing, bro.
wow, that's not good.
Toronto Celtics is in here right now, so he was showing me some stuff in playback yesterday or the day before, and I think he's going to be gone for a while, bro. Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. It's not looking great, man. Not looking great for him.
Let's make that move. For Jimmy.
Huh? Your mic is all over the place, bro. Drop and come back. Yeah, so um I think he's going to be out for a while, Lee. He's going to be out for a while. So I don't know what's going to happen with that, but um we'll see though. We'll see. But I look at guys, right? So when they were playing us, Lee, back the first Mavericks game, right? They're playing us in that first Mavericks game, and he played damn near 40 minutes. And I was saying to myself, I was like, bro, I hope he doesn't get hurt because I see the game that Jason Kidd is playing, and like you have to manage minutes, man. I mean, you can't just have guys go out there and just push, 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 right? So you got to find that line where they're healthy, but they're also productive. You know what I'm saying? So um we'll see how it goes, but it's not really looking great for him. So um right now, Steph, like he's spraining in the thumb, he has a knee thing going on. There's all types of shit going on, right? So, you know, this is right around